Pretty good. I'm starting this up because of if we're starting off right there at that, I mean, we can't miss a minute of the gold. It's just gotta
No,
keep it
no,
going, keep it
no.
going.
Absolutely not. I mean, no disrespect to Chesty Fuller and all, but that would be a freaking great porn name.
I'm telling you, like the world is really missing out by that not being utilized more and more by some lady. Speaking of that, did you hear that? Uh, what's her name? Dolly Parton's husband died.
I did. Does that mean she's currently on the market? That's the question.
That means that you have a chance finally.
Oh man. How about Gene Hackman was found dead in his house?
Gene Hackman, his wife, and his dog were all found dead. Foul
Yeah,
play is not suspected.
yeah, not at all. Probably just a foul furnace.
Foul furnace or something. I mean, and how did that one happen?
I don't know, buddy. That's that's something else for sure.
I mean, usually they find the dog gnawing on the bodies.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't find the dog gnawing on the bodies. Cause like, can you imagine the horror of the police officer that found half-eaten Gene Hackman? Then the dog's just like happy to see him, like, oh hey, I'm here. I've had dinner already.
Did you know normally it's not the dogs though? Nine out of like maybe not 9 out of 10, but like a lot of cases, it's more often the cats.
Yeah, the cats will eat you when you die.
Cats don't give a fuck. They'll just be like, food bowl's empty. I mean, wake up.
Yeah, you're not waking up anytime soon. And I'm hungry.
Yeah, cats will straight up just start eating you.
Yeah, it's
Checking your crazy old cat neighbors.
oh. So what's up, buddy?
Uh, Not much. Traveling around
I still got a
down to
headache.
the
Hold on.
eastern coast of the U.S. I'm in Virginia somewhere.
Yeah, further south you go, the warmer it'll be. So that's a plus.
It's whopping 61 this today. Got up to.
Yeah, nice. I think it's in the 50s up here. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the snow melts back home and then the rain comes and washes away the salt, I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's the
Those are
worst
like
part
the
of
two
winter is
biggest
like
things.
the end of it. Oh, it
Also, been
sucks
on a
because like
mission.
you got the mud.
Uh, that is the worst.
Yeah,
See,
it's
everyone hates
hilarious.
on snow, but freezing rain is the worst. So I'm on this mission for while I'm traveling these last few weeks, and I've been doing it pretty good. And so far into this week, I'm pretty good too. Only been filling up at sheets.
Nice. Just
It's
get the cart.
just,
It's five
I don't
cents off
know,
a gallon, I think, or 3 cents.
I don't know what it is, but it's just more of a fun game to play with myself when I'm on the road, where I'm just like, you know what? I'm only going to fill up at sheets. That because I know all the snack selections that they have. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, their food's going downhill every year, so
See,
used
I
to be
don't
way
eat
better.
their food. It's like I'm getting like I'll grab some like cheese sticks and some like not Slim Jims, but they have like alternate Slim Jims, which is just like there's like a venison jalapeno one, there's an elk one, so like shit like that.
I got you.
Yeah, and like a bottle of water, and I'm just like, fuck it, whatever, keep going. Got my cheese. I got some venison. Let's rock and roll today.
Nice. I used to play that game going from home down to North Carolina when we were in. I think the last sheets, at least on the route I would take, was right before I jump on 95 after taking like 522 down to 17. I remember it was at a big fork and you had to go left at the fork, but the gas station was on the right hand side. It was a big sheets too.
They're taking over. I mean, they go all, well, I don't know about past Indy, but I know there's one like right before Indianapolis. There's
Yep.
one in this random small town I'm in Virginia currently. And it's like northeast of Richmond by like an hour in this weird little fucking finger that juts off near the Potomac. I don't even know how to explain it. North of
I'm pretty
Norfolk,
sure they're
eastern city.
putting one up in Michigan too. I think.
And yet they don't have it. Wait, no, yeah, they don't have any in Western New York. Closest one is in Warren.
Yeah, Sheets is opening in Romulus, Michigan.
Oh, Romulus.
That's a cool name for a town, Romulus.
Well, you know the story of Romulus, right?
I've heard it at some point, but I have no idea.
Romulus and his twin brother Remus are the ones that found Rome. They were raised by wolves.
Oh yeah, that's like some really ancient history type shit.
Yeah, so then Romulus, I believe, killed Remus. I forget what the squabble was over. And this is something that if Kyle was on, he would know.
I
He
wish I'd have
reminds
paid
me of
more
all
attention to
these.
that.
Yeah. But imagine if Remus would have won, and then everything would be named Rome would be Ream, Romulus, Michigan would be Remus, Michigan.
Oh my god. Can you imagine I'm with the Reamer Legion?
Welcome to fabulous Ream, home of the Colosseum.
Oh my god. The Remus Coliseum. Like, okay, so we're going right back to the initial Chesty Puller comment. Like, that would be a great studio name for adult films. The Remus Coliseum.
Chesty Puller's Remus Coliseum. Really reaming
It-
them out, aren't we?
oh my. Oh shit.
So yeah,
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. So what's going on with you? Just fucking normal things.
Not a whole heck of a lot. Still working on feeling better. I'd say I'm about 95% there. The first 2 days back in the gym they were a little rough. Like zero freaking energy after the initial cardio in the first couple sets. It's like, good God, I'm still dead.
I've had. I didn't get full on sick like you guys got. I think I just got like random days here and there where I'm like, I'm fucking dead. And it's just like, I don't know, whatever. Sleep it off. Then the next day I'm fine. Good for like 3 or 4 days. And then it's just like, what the fuck was that again?
Yep.
But I never got like a consistent thing going.
Hopefully it stays that way for you, man, because I was pretty bad off. I was supposed to go to work, last Sunday. Like, you know that feeling in the small of your back, you know you're going to start getting sick? Like, I had that Saturday
Yeah.
night when I was going to bed, and I was like, oh, shit, tomorrow's going to suck. Well, I woke up and I had no idea what the fuck was going on Sunday morning. I managed to get a shower and just start getting dressed to go to work. And I just slumped over on the couch. I was out. She woke me up. She's like, "Are you going to work?" I was like, maybe. I think I'm late. It was 8:30. I was supposed to be there at 7. I talked to the head
Jesus.
nurse. She's like, "Well, if you have a fever, you can't come in." I was like, "Well, I definitely have that I couldn't even tell you what town I'm in right now. I was fucked up.
Dude,
I've
you
been that
should
sick
not
in
be
years.
driving like that.
No, I don't think I would have survived the drive.
Shit.
No, it was bad. I I think the last time I was really that sick, like COVID wasn't even that bad for me.
The COVID shot for me was worse than actual COVID. Explain that.
I think that's why I got sick because I got the damn flu shot this year.
Whoa. Yeah, I haven't taken the flu shot in fucking forever. Because the last time I did, I got annihilated by the flu that year.
Yep. I've had the flu in like 3 years. They made us get it at work for because I work over the hospital. You got to take the flu vaccine. So I took it. I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna fight City Hall on this. Yeah. A month later,
Dude,
I'm
that
fucking
makes sense
sick.
though. Like in healthcare, yeah, you probably should take the flu vaccine. But even still, I just look at that thing and the people that take it, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. The healthcare I can understand. Remember, it's the National Guard, dude. Like they have like the winter drills like around December and January. They'd have the medics come in, and they had these little vials, dude, and you would snort the flu vaccine. It was weird as shit.
Did it work?
I guess. I don't know. It was like
You didn't get
super sweet sugar water when it went down the back of your throat. It's like I can't describe it. It was just grossly sweet.
maybe it was a placebo.
Maybe. It's hard to tell what the military gives you for real.
At least it was sweet tasting.
How about it? Dude, did you have anybody almost pass out in boot camp when they were standing in line and getting shot in the shoulders with the freaking needle guns or whatever the fuck they are?
Don't remember. I just remember being jostled around from like here, 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 like all throughout that room. And I'm like, I guess I got all my shots. And everyone else is like, oh, I got the giant peanut butter one in my butt. And I'm like, I didn't.
Yeah, I remember getting those shots.
I'm not going to say I didn't.
One dark green dude in front of me, he almost went down. Like they stuck him with a needle, and he just like his knees buckled, just dropped. I was like, "Oh, people really do pass out from this shit." Like they had to catch him and stand him back up. I was like, "Holy hell!"
Yeah, no. Am I the only one that like didn't get beat and didn't get the peanut butter shot though?
I didn't get the peanut butter shot in boot camp unless like I got this. The one really sucked right in the shoulder. Like I felt that for the first 2 weeks I was there.
Oh yeah, I didn't have any problems like that. I just remember I'm like, all right, cool, like yeah, give me shots, and just kind of like walked around, did what they said, got shots, and I'm like, thank you, Corman, or whatever we said, thank you, sir, man, to them, and I'm fucking
Yeah,
carried on.
I remember I was so pissed off when boot camp started and they'd have us, go see the corpsman or whatever, and the corpsman would call you nasty, like "fuck you, you're in the Navy." Like that was my initial thought. I was like, wait a minute, these guys got time in and they're friends with the drill instructors. I should probably not say a word.
They were all nice to me anytime I had to go to sick call or anything. They're like, hey, it's okay, we're not your drill instructor, and they're not here. I'm like, okay.
Man,
That's how I found out I was allergic to the South because I thought it was pink eye, but apparently my allergies were just so bad that my eyes were shut. They were like glued shut from like
oh,
the, yeah. And they're like, yeah, you don't have pink eye, you have allergies. And I'm like, what? The first thing they said to me is, you're from the North, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, that's quite normal. Like, what do you mean that's normal? People from the North come down to South Carolina all the time and then discover they have allergies. And I'm just like, I've never had an allergy in my life. They're like, well, you do now. I'm like,
yeah,
shit. They're like, yep, get used to this. This is the next 5 years of your life. And I'm like, ah, fuck.
dude, That would be rough. Because I remember the pollen laying on the cars outside of 4020 when we lived there from all them pine trees.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the barracks had to be so shitty on you.
I mean, I just kind of like just went whatever, and I just don't listen.
Can't be any worse than 4D10.
Fuck that shithole.
Amen. I remember listening to the freaking cockroaches fly through the room when you turn the lights out. You just lay down, put the sheet over your head, and hope they don't freaking get under.
That I don't. That place needed to be torn down.
It did. And then there's us every Thursday trying to polish that fucking turd.
Fuck. I don't even know how you could. That would have been
Bathroom tiles are
impossible.
still smudged.
So
Like, yeah, the roach probably shit on them.
the only way to cleanse this place is with fire.
Yeah, fire and or radiation, maybe both.
I mean, I don't know if fire would do anything because it's a brick building.
I don't know. That was a pretty rough building. 4020, it wasn't all that much better either, but at least you had your own individual rooms with a door to the outside.
It was. I liked it better. Like it's just like this is my little space and thing. Like there wasn't a stupid fucking hallway and a shared head, and like I'm just like
Yeah.
that's cool because I was like over here on a corner, and I got to see all my friends walk by as they were going to the stairwell and stuff or wherever they were going, and I would just friendly little neighbor Steve smoking his cigarettes, listening to music.
Yep. Yeah, because either standing in your doorway or out on the picnic table.
Yeah, doing something.
Yeah, because you had the room right there on the corner. I mean, what, Cashmere was right beside you, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Fucking Abe.
So when Cotter lived with Cashmetter, this was before me and Cotter started hanging out. Uh, I was notorious for just sitting outside in my lawn chair, smoking cigarettes, and just like having my music blasted. And
Yeah.
like Cotter was like half drunk, and Cashmetter was like, "Oh, don't worry. When he turns the music up, you just got to hit the boot on the wall, and he'll turn it down. He'll hear it." And Cashmetter's telling Cotter this, so he does it. And I just apparently, according to Cotter, like I just cranked the music even louder after that. I'm like, and Cotter's like,
It
oh
didn't work.
great, this is gonna be what's going on. And then me and Cotter became friends.
Was Who was the kid? Were you on the Kearsarge?
No, I was on
Oh
the
man.
baton.
So when we were on the Kearsarge, one of Abe's roommates, I think his first name was Billy. I can't remember his last name. He had Bell's palsy, I think it is, where like half of his face was like numb and like a stroke patient almost. And, like, you know those big giant, the was it 21 MC speakers or whatever in the
Yeah,
passageways. Well, I watched that goofy fucker walk and smack the side of his face off one of those, and like we never walked slow anywhere. Like you just boom, it just kept going, dude. It never phased up. I was like, Billy, did you not feel that? He goes, I don't feel shit on this side, man. This fucking sucks. I thought he was gonna fall over. He fucking cracked that thing.
yeah.
Fucking Kearsarge. That's where I learned how to play spades.
I learned to play spades on the baton, and then I promptly forgot. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
spades and dominoes. I forgot how to play dominoes though, because we had on and I forget who his partner was, but they were just fucking killing people on Space Dominoes. I think it might have
Probably
been Wolf.
Foshing.
Yeah, Foshing was in on it too.
Yeah. And, whatever happened to On?
I don't know.
Did he stay at VMX? Because he just kind of disappeared when we split.
He might have stayed. I didn't want to go back
Because
to 204. I wanted to stay at VMX.
I know Orr stayed. I think Westy stayed.
I think Westy did stay.
And then who else was there? Because you can't just have like two or three people in a shop.
No. Who was the kid? He was there with Orr. He got busted down the same time that Orr did. I don't know. Really nice kid. He ran his protest PFT. Did like 3 pull-ups. Pretty much slow jogged his PFT run. He's like, it's my protest PFT. These people are pissing me off. I just remember laughing. I was like, hey, you run a PFT slow on purpose. I run it slow because I'm fucking trying and I'm fat.
The only thing that saved me on PFTs were my pull-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mathed it. If I did a minimum of 16, did all my crunches, and then passed the run, I had a first class.
The best PFT I ran was a 21:33 mile. And then Bucklew
That's
told
the
me I
fa-
cheated.
that was the fastest I ever did too, and I did that in boot camp.
I did that when we still had Staff Sergeant Bucklew in charge of the shop. He goes, "Who the fuck is that guy? Fairball, that's bullshit. You fucking cheated somewhere." And whoever I was running was like, "No, he kept pace with me the whole time."
Only there was more people like that. Be like, oh yeah, he ran with me.
Yeah, it was a legit run too. That's why I was
That's running, in my opinion.
yeah, fucking that was right before I picked up corporal. I wanted to get a first class PFT and try to jump my cutting score up.
Hell yeah.
Diggs was running with Reggie, and then like we were running with Westy over at the freaking the Camp Geiger gym. Freaking maintenance days were slow, so if everything was pretty much handled at the shop, there's me, Martinez, Westy, like the guys that need to drop some pounds. We'd go over to Geiger with the sauna and the freaking sweatsuits on and shit, trying not to kill ourselves via trash bags.
Um, that was a really good gym.
I haven't seen too many civilian gyms that could rival that.
I've seen one.
Yeah,
It didn't have the sauna, but we was working in a town called Dyersburg, Tennessee. There was a gym called Ultimate Fitness Dyersburg. And like you know how like in a strip mall there'll be like a bunch of like stores, like maybe a J.C. Penney size stores, and then there'll be like a Dollar General and like a Papa John's and like shit like that.
yeah,
This strip mall was half of it was this gym, and then there was a Papa John's and a Dollar Tree.
nice.
So it was just kind of like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, Camp
And it
Geiger's
was
gym
like,
had everything.
yeah, yeah, this thing did have everything. Like the back room, where obviously it was like this fucking supply room, or like the employee lounge area or whatever the fuck it was, had a full fucking CrossFit room. As soon as you walk in, there's more fucking cardio machines than I've ever seen in a local gym. Then they have a room off to the right immediately. It's all fucking bikes for like, spin classes. And I'm just
Yeah,
like, holy shit. The only machine I did not see in there is like a Nautilus fucking pullover for your lats. That's the only thing they did not have. Belt squat they had. 5 fucking squat racks. They had like 5 fucking benches, like all sort, and like it's a small town in the South. This is a strength oriented place. They had at least 2 ladies that worked out there that were like competitive bodybuilders in like the fitness category and like were competing hardcore and had placed in competitions. Once a month, some random dude would just like walk up to you and be like, "Hey, we're having a power meet this weekend. Do you want in?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I'm not strong for my size. I have size for my strength. Like I'm that guy. So like there's like little high school kids benching like hundreds of pounds. I just remember hanging out and talking to this one younger kid who was deadlifting 600s for reps. And I'm like, this place is fucking awesome. I love it. And like, there are all these nice young little farm people and like just the most fantastic gym I've ever been to. I loved that place.
Dude, that sounds like a road trip just to go to the gym.
It is, oh,
Like that'd be an
my
awesome
favorite part.
idea. Just hey, we're going to Tennessee for 3 days just to lift 2 of those days at this one gym because it's cool as fuck.
It's not even my favorite part of this gym. My favorite part of this gym is there's this old lady that runs the front desk as you walk in. And, you know, you got to like swipe your tag or whatever the fuck it is. She's an old lady from Texas who has a pet wolf.
What?
Yeah, and she's like the nicest old lady. She's like, "Hey, how you doing, sugar?" And I'm like, "I'm doing great now. Someone called me sugar." And she's like, "Well, oh, bless your heart." And she didn't mean it in the fuck you way. She meant it in like, "I'm sorry, you're not from
Like,
around
aren't you
here"
a
way.
sweetheart way?
Yeah, it's just like, I'm not touched, but I love being talk. I love talking to you because, and she would like walk up to you in the middle of like your workouts, like you're doing a set, and she'd be like, "How are you?" I can love that old lady. And she'd just start talking to you, and you're just like, "You ruining my workout. I don't have a pump anymore, but I just love the stories you're telling me."
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just this really kind old lady who's just loved by everyone in that building.
You said it's Ultimate Fitness.
Ultimate Fitness
Yeah,
Dyersburg. Dyersburg.
Ultimate Fitness Dyersburg. Oh man, it's got to be all right. The backdrop for their picture is a freaking flag.
Oh yeah, they got American flags all over that place.
Oh shit.
The CrossFit room has every fucking services flag, including the Coast Guard.
Yeah, Coasties can rep. That place looks awesome.
It is.
Where's old Kyle at?
Where's mine?
I said, where's Kyle?
He's dealing with some family issues tonight.
Oh shit, is his wife okay?
Uh, she's not in the hospital, but you know, she's not feeling the greatest.
Oh well, hopefully she feels better soon.
Yeah, I hope so too, for all of their sake.
I'm looking at this picture you sent me.
Which one? I've sent so many pictures today.
Oh, the feminism is a fucking joke one.
Oh yeah, that one.
That's pretty fucking awesome. Back the blast.
Well, I mean, you know, you're getting blasted by a tank, and then there's FPV drones, and then Ukrainian women are just out there dancing like
Oh
carefree.
yeah, they're having a good time. Like Zelensky sent us free cocaine.
Oh, lucky bastards. Free cocaine isn't free though. Everyone knows that.
Nah, we funded that somehow.
First hit's free, and then after that, you're paying one way or another.
Yeah, most people, you get one free bump. After that, you're chipping in. If you want to party, you got to pay to ride that ride. Oh, so where are
Everything
you off
hurts
to
on me.
after Virginia? What are you doing?
Trying to build a site.
Oh,
I
I
got
got you.
this for I got this for a 10-day shift. Then I go to Indianapolis for a week, and then I go to New Jersey for a week.
Yeah, New Jersey.
You like it there?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I went to
relatively
Wildwood
close.
once. That was all right.
I very rarely had a bad time in New Jersey. You
Yeah,
throw a rock, you can find like three good pizzerias.
yeah, that's never a bad thing.
Get some good pizza. You know, I got a friend that's close to buy to that site, so I'm gonna go visit them when I do that.
Sounds like a solid plan.
I can't complain. I'd like to stop traveling for work someday, though, but today is not that day.
Hey man, if you're making buku dollars doing it, pay the bills, get caught up, set yourself up nice for when you don't want to travel. Just put the
It's
work in
true.
now while it's not that hard.
I would say the hardest part of my job is just dealing with it between the ears. Like there's here, and then everything in the middle there in this area. It needs to just be like, it's okay. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I start a new gig here on the 11th.
What you doing?
I'm working from home doing some client services for a law firm out of Oklahoma.
Nice. Servicing their wallets.
I'll hopefully serve some mine.
Mm.
Uh, it's well, best way to put it is it's I guess customer service really. But I'll be home. It's 8 hours, full benefits. Like they take care of you. They pay for your short term, long term disability, a 75K life insurance policy, and 401K they match. So I'll take it. Work from home, answer phone calls, get people to where they need to go. We'll be all right.
This is for the law firm.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those the debt negotiation law firms. Or
Okay.
it's Arthur and Smith out of Oklahoma. They're all over the country, but I did my initial two interviews, and everybody I talked to sounds amazing. They're like, "This is such a freaking great place to work." I was like, "All right, well, I can buy it from one or two people, but like literally everybody's happy at their job." It's like sweet. They're like, "Are you gonna have trouble being on time for a 9 a.m. start?" I start laughing. It's like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm normally up at like 4:15 so I can go to the gym early. He's like, "Ew." I was like, "Yeah, I won't have any trouble being on time." She was appalled when I said I'm up at 4:15. She's like, "Ew."
Was she appalled that it was 4:15, or appalled that you were going to the gym?
I think it was the whole early morning thing.
Woke up at 4 this morning, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, there's no gyms around this small town that I'm in, so I only have the hotel gym, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go down to the hotel gym, and I'm like, I am not gonna do it today. I just like stretched out and like was like, all right, pack my lunch, let's go.
I was supposed to go work at the hospital for half a day today because they said they had a call off. So I got up at like 5. I got up again at like 5:45. Got downstairs, jumped in the shower. Well, went to go jump in the shower. Looked at my text messages, and the freaking supervisor's like, "Hey, there's no call off today. We don't need you." I was like, I might be upset in other circumstances, but going back to bed sounds like a fucking great idea right now. So that's what I did. The bulk of my exercise in the morning was going up and down those stairs twice.
Hey, that's a good exercise. I don't. It's the final one, going back up into bed. That's the best one, though.
Yes, the pinnacle.
Hell yeah! Don't stop at the top. That's like the ultimate mountain climb right there. You're like,
Hmm.
hell yeah! What do you do when you get to the top of the mountain? Take my pants off and nap.
Was that Dishler that
No,
said he
no, but it sounds like something he'd say.
somebody? No, Dishler was the one that drew a freaking smiley face in his sweat on the quarter deck. I think somebody
Was
was
this in
telling
boot
me.
camp?
Yeah, someone in boot camp. I can't remember. One of you guys was telling me like somebody in their freaking platoon stood up in the middle of mountain climbers, and the DI asked why they stood up, and like, "Sir, this recruit reached the top of the mountain, sir." And then all hell broke loose. I've never been
This
able
did
to
not
shake that
happen in
story
my
because
platoon.
no, Butler would have ripped your fucking trachea out.
That did not happen in my platoon. I do not remember that.
Huh. I forget who the fuck was telling me that.
I need to know the rest of. I want like the full story. I want them to
Uh-huh.
paint the picture in Technicolor in my mind. I need to know it all.
Man, oh, I wish I could recall half of the dumb things that happened on Paris Island.
Wish I could remember that too. I'm like, at this point, it's what, 22 years ago?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, I was a completely different person at that point. That's like, I was 18 then, I'm 40 now. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fuck, we could be that kid's parent.
You know, and then think of it like this. So when you went to boot camp, you were 18. And so you started as a human being from your life experience at zero. Then you went to 18, and that's everything you fucking knew. And then boot camp. Like, since then, we've had a complete, like, knowing nothing and starting at zero and going to fucking 22. We've had another full life cycle,
Fuck.
right?
Man, that is almost depressing to think about.
We're only halfway there, motherfucker. Maybe not even.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, what the fuck?
So it's like, hey, well, if you could see your 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself? Like, a fucking invest in Apple. Like, I don't know. Like, do you think he'd listen to me? No.
No.
So it's like, well, what would I tell myself right now, actually? That's the important thing. Like, what good advice would I give myself for fucking restarting? And like, I got another halfway to go, minimum.
So, what would you tell yourself at age 18 before you hit them yellow footprints?
Take more pictures.
That's a great fucking point.
I
I was
mean,
thinking about that the other day. I don't have hardly any pictures of anybody at the barracks.
I have a few. I have to go find them. But holy shit, yeah, take more pictures. Like that's about the only thing you can say to someone that age that they might listen to. Not go invest in Apple and buy Bitcoin when it comes out, and like all what things are you going to tell a fucking 18-year-old that they're going to listen to? Don't waste your money on Miller Lite. fine, I'll waste my money on Bud Light. Like,
Yeah. No, but
what are you
take
going to
more
tell a fucking
pictures.
18-year-old? Like, take more pictures with your friends. You're not, like, trust me. And they might be like, you're lame, old man. I don't know. Fucking save the memory somehow other than just in here because it's not going to last forever. Well, I'm 18. I'm invincible. Bullshit.
Yeah, sure you are, bud. Yeah, I wish I had more pictures from back then. I have a couple, but certainly not as many as I'd love to have.
I have some, but like I feel like half of them are from other people too. Like I know Brown gave me a bunch of pictures. Ryan gave me the CD from the boat full of pictures.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I have my own pictures from Nellis. And I don't know, but that's what I would go with. I'd be like, take more pictures, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's some subtle but hardcore advice right there. Take more pictures.
I think I might also, in that same regard, go with get a digital camera
Yeah,
because like all my photos now are on this fucking thing.
yeah,
Whereas all my photos from that time frame are like fucking stacks of actual photos.
yeah. I got a couple disposable cameras worth of old pictures. Like, remember the air show they had down there in like what 2004?
The one that Arlie Ermy went to?
Yes.
Yes. I do remember that.
Yeah, I got some pictures of that there. I think I got a picture of the B-2 flying over. But aside from that, like I had a bunch of like real grainy cell phone pictures. I have no idea where the hell they went to. I'm scrolling through FaceSpace. There's a couple good pictures I got on there from back then.
I have a few old pictures and not much to write home about on there because I didn't put that many on there, but I mean, I know there was some.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the one. We had that one party over at Shaw's house on Bougainville Drive in TT2. Actually, he was at 2585 Bougainville Drive on Tarawa Terrace too, and the only reason I remember that address is because my dad was in the same fucking house when he was in the Marine Corps. Ain't that wild, dude?
I mean, the chances are small, but there's still chances.
Fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know where the hell that picture is. Either way, we had a freaking New Year's party, and we called it Ever Years, and we got absolutely shitty on Everclear, like to the point where I haven't drank Everclear since.
The only time I've drank Everclear is when I went to Shaw's for something and he made frog juice. And I went,
Yes.
all right, well, if this is what we're drinking, this is what I'm drinking. And I just remember being like, I can't taste any booze in this. This is obviously a great idea because I see nothing that can go wrong here when I can't taste the booze. And I blacked out.
Yep. Yeah. Frog juice. That probably put a hole straight through my liver. I
I
remember.
remember there was Mountain Dew and green packets of Kool-Aid involved and Everclear. I don't know if that was
Yep.
it for the fucking recipe or if there's more.
So you take one of those green gallon jugs of Hawaiian Punch, right? Then you
Oh,
dump that shit out down to the top of the label almost. And then from there, you dump in some Mountain Dew and then a fifth of Everclear. And somehow, it might have been half a fifth of Everclear. But either way, like, that's a lot of freaking 190 proof alcohol for that size container.
I remember I've told someone this before, and they're like, "This is just no. Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, because it was there. I didn't make it. I was just handed it and drank it."
Oh, we did it because it was really effective at fucking you up.
This is also true.
Like, I remember that day we drove past a Waffle House on the way home up on 17. And then there's like that old rundown gas station off of the right hand side where there used to be a payphone. I pulled into that old gas station and threw up green shit everywhere on the way home. Like I was hurting. I just everywhere. I had all over the wheels of my car. Like it was just terrible. Just blah.
Actually, projectile vomiting green. That is rare.
So I did was drink green freaking frog juice that night.
I want you to imagine, like, if someone were to make an art piece of a diorama of that, like your little red neon, you and your like cool guy, 2000s guy, clothes, by a payphone, projectile vomiting neon green out of them. Like, as an art piece, this is like piece de resistance of the early to mid 2000s.
Man, that would be kind of cool. But you got to get the LED lighting like you put in there so that when you flip the lights off on your nightstand, the fucking vomit and then the street light are on. So the vomit's like highlighted green, but then the little street light overhead is like, hey,
The little yellow street light,
yep.
and then the Dodge neon yellow lights pointing out.
Dude, were you, were you
You shut the
really?
fuck up. I love that neon.
Dude, that neon was the shit. I just couldn't keep it in line. It kept chewing my tires up.
Well, it's probably because you kept putting 5 things of octane booster in it when you filled the tank. You
That didn't
catched
help
it on
matters at
fire.
all. Oh my god.
That thing
Oh,
backfired like son of a bitch when you did that.
it did too. It was fucking loud. It sounded like a rifle shot. Oh my god. So, were you with me and Reggie the night we went out with the slingshots?
No.
I don't know how we didn't get fucking arrested. We literally took
Oh,
slingshots and shot the neon signs like up and down the boulevard.
oh,
Fucking idiots. Like we had marbles and we had slingshots. I think it was in the back of Reggie's old car. That old like Toyota turd he had.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Before we
we
went up to Annapolis and got his new one, his sports car.
were you there with that? Oh,
Yeah,
you
you and
were?
me went up for them.
That was an insane house party that night.
I don't remember it. That's how I know it was good.
Oh, it was great. Like I remember like there being a whole shitload of people there. Us, a bunch of us wrestling people in the freaking kitchen. Somebody's knee going into the wall, and then Reggie's parents coming home. Other than that, I have no idea what the fuck happened that night.
I don't recall any of this.
And the worst part is his dad was a freaking officer in the Navy, and we are just destroying his house. I guess we really didn't destroy the house, but we weren't very kind to it in that moment.
No.
Oh my goodness. That was a good trip. Man, I remember leaving for that because that was the fastest trip I had down to North Carolina because we were almost late. That freaking neon earned its wings then.
Everyone makes fun of the neons, but they don't realize all the hard work. They were the backbone of society from that time frame.
Pretty much. They were everywhere.
No. Fantastic. It was like a little unspoken gang of people interconnected like a spider web.
Like, yeah, the Neon Network. Watch out.
Oh, I like that. I was going to go with Neon Crew. Neon Network's better. It sounds like a group of like women in neon fishnet clothing out at a bar, waiting to pick up some dudes, get dick down for the weekend. It sounds about right for that time frame. Listening to Britney Spears,
Britney
smoking.
Spears talks on 12-inch subwoofers. Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. Smoking jarums because they don't want to have real cigarettes.
Just left Toby's.
Just left Toby's.
Oh, man. Toby's was rough. Cherry's was a good time out the back gate of Lejeune there.
I never made it
Or
to that one.
La Mirage, been there a couple times, but nothing holds a candle to the Dirtwood.
I always went to the cave.
I don't think I ever went to the cave. Maybe I did.
The
Yeah, I did.
cave
I
was
went there
right
with
next.
Stevenson.
The cave was right next to the Triangle Motor Inn, across the street from.
The
Uh,
Orleans house.
no, it was in the same triangle as the Orleans house. So it was called. We just called me and Rizzo called it Little Vegas because there was the Marine Federal Credit Union right there if you needed an ATM. There was the cave. There was the motel, and there was the Orleans house.
Man,
And then
everything
across
was
the
pretty
street was Navy
strategically
Federal.
placed. Yep. God, I can still like picture all that shit in my mind's eye.
That triangle is gone.
Really?
Yeah,
Man. I've
yeah,
not
that
been down
entire
there since
area.
2008.
I was down there not last summer, the summer before. And yeah, because Ozcan had just got out. He just did his 20 and had gotten out. So I was like going to go meet up with him and a few other people. So me and the girlfriend went down to Ryan's. And that's where we started the vacation. Hung out with Leroy for a day or two. Then Ozcan was up in New Bern at the time. So then, we drove through Jacksonville to get to New Bern. And I was just like, this is not the Jacksonville I remember.
Damn.
Yeah, like, so down there by the air station, like up to like, I don't even know how to fucking describe it. Like, everything through there is different. Like, I know you got out a year before me. Were you there when they put the Walmart in on the south side of town?
Yeah, they just opened it.
Yeah, so there that was like the first big change, and then like everything else after that was like just kind of like grew off of that.
Really?
And yeah, and then the bypass did a lot of that, did a lot of stuff into
See, I remember that
Western.
bypass.
Western is completely full from end to end.
No
So you know how
shit.
like Western went all the way down to whatever fuck that street was, but there was a lot of like woods and empty space on it, like after Lowe's.
Yeah, on the top end. Because if you went down to the bottom end, you'd hit 24 right there by Lejeune.
Yeah, but if you drove down
The
the
other
other way, like it
direction.
was going towards where
Down
me
past the
and Ryan moved
Walmart and all that
downtown.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Lowe's and Best Buy, and then like slowly started petering out, and like there wasn't a lot after that.
Yeah, there's
It
some
goes
gas
all the way to
station
the
there.
end
I
now.
can't remember it though.
Yeah, but it goes all the way now. Like those stores just keep fucking going now. It's like holy
Damn.
shit. Stopped for a kebab there somewhere on Western. I forgot the name of the place. It was pretty good.
Nice. Remember going to the
Yeah.
Jacksonville Mall like it was something cool. The fucking dump
Oh
back
fuck.
then. It was probably even worse now.
also are dying. So yeah, I imagine that one's doing pretty bad.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm gonna have to go down there someday just to see how much it's changed. So I stopped in Mitch graduated boot camp in 2008, so I drove down to Paris Island, watched him graduate, uh, drank all my fucking taxi money at a bar in Beaufort, and had to walk like 8 miles back to the hotel. That sucked, dude. It was like a fucking monsoon.
Oh Jesus!
Like I stopped in at a Waffle House just to get warmed up and like try to like stay out of the rain for a little bit. And some dude felt so bad for me, he bought me fucking breakfast. I was like, dude, I really don't need the charity. I just drank all my money. He's like, nope, I've been there, kid. Like, sit down and have some eggs. I was like, yes, sir.
Hot damn!
Oh, it was a long fucking walk, man. Because the bars closed at like 2 a.m. I don't think I made it back to the hotel room till like 5.
Oh,
Yeah. Bad decision. I should have stopped after the taxi money started to dwindle. I left my credit card and everything back in the room because like I'm not getting robbed. Like I'll just take my cash and they make out with the cash. Like no big deal. Like we both know what I'm like when I'm drunk. Like anything goes. So I tried to protect myself financially, and well, it turned into a hike, a long, not straight path hike.
I mean, you win some, you lose some. You didn't get robbed.
Didn't get arrested either. That's a plus.
This is also true, and you got free eggs out of the meal or the
Hell
deal.
yeah, yeah. So I was down there for the graduation. Then that Friday, like my parents showed up. They went home. I went up to Jacksonville, up to Stenard's place, spent the night, hung out with him the next day for a while. Then I got a hold of Stevenson, and then I went to the bar with him. I think we stopped at the cave. I think that's the time I went to the cave. Yeah, hung out there and then drove the rest of the way home. That was the last time. So 2008 was the last time I've been in Jacksonville.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know Leroy still lives there. A couple other guys. And then Ryan's down in Wilmington, and I'm sure any of them will be like, "Sure, I'll show you everything." Everywhere the light touches still sucks.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they might have expanded it, but I can't imagine that it got much better. It's a military town. It's always just going to be a military town.
Pretty much. I mean, you know what it is.
It ain't no Pensacola.
I hated that place.
I had a love hate relationship with that place.
The best name I heard for it, Prison Cola. And I'm like, oh, that's
That's pretty
perfect.
fucking spot on too.
Yeah. Like I just ran into this kid in Charlotte Airport one day, obviously a Marine, had a backpack, had a VMM 365 Blue Knights patch on it. I'm like, hey, you in Ospreys? He wasn't. He was attached to them because it was VMM 365 reinforced. He was a skid kid, but he was airframer. So I'm like, oh shit, I'll talk airframes with you, man. I used to work on Ospreys back in the day. He's like, that's wild that you just saw the patch and went, there's an Osprey guy. I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm like, what the fuck else am I gonna say to you? Hey, I like your patch, the little blue knight on it. You into
Yeah, I like your
dudes?
backpack.
I like your patch and your backpack. But we just started talking airframes with him, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Well, Pensacola sucked. Yeah, Pensacola sucked. And he was just like, I called it Prison Cola. I'm like, that's the best name. I'm never forgetting it. This is the reason why I had to talk to you today.
Yeah, yeah, you're not gonna top that name. It's spot on, purely accurate. Dude, I'm sitting in her office, right? And like she's got these little rechargeable lamps and I'm switching them around for her because if I don't, she's not going to till they're dead. But there's so much shit on this desk. Like,
You know what
holy
she
shit.
needs? You should feng shui it for her. Show your love.
Buddy, if you'd have seen my house for the entirety that I owned that place, you would clearly understand that I have zero concept of feng shui.
You could probably feng shui like a motherfucker. The key to feng shui is lying and about how you're laying things out. You just have to lie really well. You just be like, the aura of the third chakra, when this is sitting here, is perfectly in alignment with Uranus.
Yeah. So what's with all the beer cans and the sinking on the countertops? It's part of the vibe. It's Tuesday.
Your vibe attracts your tribe.
That's actually pretty fucking legit too. Like, you don't see tweakers hanging out with millionaires.
No, you don't.
Your vibe attracts your tribe.
But that's a good name for a band, Millionaire Tweaker.
That's brilliant.
I tell Stumbaugh he's keeping a running list of these things.
Yes. We need to get him on here for one of these.
Oh, we do.
Him and Malshevsky.
I haven't talked to Malashevsky in forever.
I talked to him a little while ago. He was still healing up.
Last I knew he was in Florida, and I forgot what he's healing from. Was it cancer?
I believe so.
Damn you. The big C.
Yeah, terrible shit. But he's still with us fighting the good fight, so look at the positives. Oh, fucking Stummy.
Well,
Stumbaugh
that's
was the
about it.
most generous dude.
He still is,
He let me
unless
use
you're a
his
client.
freaking barracks room.
Stumbaugh? For what?
Yeah, because that freaking sea donkey I was married to, told
Oh,
she told Sergeant Major I was like beating her up and stuff, so they filed a military protective order on me. So I had to live in the barracks for a month until that got waived. And then Stumbaugh let me crash in his room because Reggie was out of that room by that point. Somehow my old room was occupied. And yeah, I had that one. Oh, God. This movie was probably one of the most fucked up movies I ever watched. It was all in French, some horror film. But it starts off like this guy's like in this van, right? Like it's the very first scene of the movie, if not the very first scene, but real close to it. He's like parked kind of off the side, like near a field, and like he's just like looks like he's getting some freaking head on the side of the road, which he was. And then like he throws the head out the window. I was like, what just happened there? And then the movie just went from there. Like
it sounds like it only can go up from there.
it was a good movie. Uh, couldn't understand a lick of French, but they had the subtitles, thank God. Yeah,
It was
I remember I
probably like
brought that
some.
up to Stub. I was like, "Did you watch that movie?" I was like, "Yeah, it was fucked up." He's like, "Yeah, it is, but it's really good too." It's like it is.
I gotta ask him what this is now because I don't know what this movie is.
Ask him about it; he'll remember.
Christ. God, I love that guy. He's amazing.
Oh yeah, freaking Stumbaugh. Oh shit.
I feel
How
you.
about Holmes?
That's
Yeah,
fine, man. I think we got a power hour in the books, though.
I think we did. I think what what's next week? The 11th, or yeah, 8th and 9th. What the fuck is next Tuesday, man? I'm losing my marbles. The 11th.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm right. That's my first day of the new job.
Yeah, 311.
Yeah. We'll have to see if we can hammer out a plan for the 22nd.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of you. I'll let you know the details of what I'm available for, which is basically all fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to come down here or what the idea is.
Yes, your state is far more cool when it comes to those sorts of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the go sight in that one AR I just built. And then we can play around with some other toys. I built an
I know
M4
I'm
clip.
bringing mine. I'll at least bring the 300.
Yeah, just bring that.
It's fun. It's big. Low recoil.
Oh yeah. If it's not shitty out, I'll bring the trapdoor. See if we can't whack the white buffalo.
We're going to get it with some gun. One of the many things that are going to appear that day will do that.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get a plan figured out. If it's raining, it's gonna be like windy and raining. Like we can just, I'll bring pistols up. We'll go to the indoor range.
Okay.
That way, we're at least blowing off some primers and gunpowder for a day.
I'm in.
Hell yeah, man! Let's get everything lined up with El Kylo and
We'll find out because I think the 22nd is a Friday, so he might have to either take off or miss. But I'm
Twenty second
available.
is a Saturday.
Oh, then I'm not good with dates.
Yep. Yeah, we're cool on 22nd. 23rd, I'll be working at the hospital. That's why I said 22nd would be the best.
Perfect. He doesn't have classes that day. I know this for a fact because I asked if he was going to be teaching classes that weekend because I'm like, hey, I'm going to be free this weekend. Are you teaching a pistol course? And he's like, no. And I'm like, cool.
Sweet. So yeah, we'll go to Ridgeway and then we'll shoot some shit and then we'll go find some kind of off the wall eatery.
Italian food made with wild game.
If we can find that, that'd be tits.
It's in Sparta, New Jersey.
It's a long drive for some freaking venison.
Yeah, it is. And duck sausage.
Yeah.
I saw it on the menu. All I could think of was the jokes. I was just like, oh my God, fuck. Here it is.
I think it was Jim Frabbit that told me that one. Hey, Farrah, you ever have duck sausage? No. Well, duck on down and get some. Ha ha ha. It's like, you fucking asshole. Oh, man. What a cool dude.
Yeah. All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, brother. Get some rest. We'll see you.
You too.
All right, later, buddy.
Take it easy.